ब्रह्ममयम् सर्वं ब्रह्ममयम् रे 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 सर्वं ब्रह्ममयम् सर्वं ब्रह्ममयम् सर्वं ब्रह्ममयम् रे सर्वं ब्रह्ममयम् रे सर्वं ब्रह्ममयम् रे सर्वं ब्रह्ममयम् रे सर्वं
Good evening all. So audio is clear, Shailendra ji?
No, namaste Guruji.
Namaste.
Yes, Guruji.
Yeah, audio is
very
clear.
clear.
Yeah, excellent. We'll start. Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnur Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamrtavarshiniim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva Manusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshiniim Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Fullaravindayada Patranetra येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोपला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैः रणनदी कैवर्तकः केशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगण्डोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितं लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयात् भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थित तद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुस्सुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः. Okay, good evening and namaste to all. Let us start with our discussion on Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We are on the second chapter. We completed up to the second chapter, verse 17th. We completed. Yeah, I have a request. Anyone who can keep their video on, please keep. Otherwise, it's okay. You can keep it as off. There is no issue. Right. Thank you. Right. So the 17th verse, we will just do a small recap, maybe about 1 or 2 minutes, and then we will continue from the 17th. 17th verse is Avinashitu tadvidhi yena sarvamidam tatam vinashamavyayasyasya na kaschit kartumarhati. Idam sarvam, okay, all, whatever you perceive, whatever we perceive with our five sense organs, whatever we perceive is covered in and out with Ishavasyam idam sarvam, with Bhagavan. Bhagavan is the one who is there in and out of every nama rupa that you see here. Whatever objects that you see, that you perceive with our five sense organs, is all filled in and out with Bhagavan only, consciousness only, Atma only, Brahman only. Right? Ishavasya vidam sarvam. Ishavasya Upanishad starts with this one verse. This is more than sufficient to understand this. So that which is filled in and out of all the prapancham, that is avinashi, that cannot be destroyed, that can never reduce, that can never increase, that is always there, that is the swarupam of. Then we will go to the 18th verse. 18th. Antavant ime deha nityasyoktah sharirinaha anashino prameyasya tasmat yudhyasva bharata. 17th verse is the reality of the Atma, reality of the consciousness. 17th verse expressed. 18th verse is gives, Bhagavan says, the unreality of the Jetavastu, unreality of the names and forms. What Bhagavan says, let us see. Hey Bharata, hey Arjuna, nityasya anashinaha अप्रमेयस्य शरीरिणः इमे देहाः ओके अंतवन्तः उक्ताः इमे देहाः. Here dehaha means it's a plural, dehaha. The three dehams, the three bodies that we have explained in our earlier discussions, the sukshma shariram, sthula shariram, and the karana shariram. These are the three bodies, right? Gross body, subtle body, and the causal body. So these three dehas, these three bodies, antavantaha uktaha, they will get destroyed, or there will be an end to these three bodies. Okay, now nityasya anashinaha, nityaha means which is ever present, which is always there. Who is always there? Atma, consciousness. Anashinaha, which cannot be destroyed at all, which cannot be destroyed at all. Aprameyasya, aprameyasya means it cannot be perceived by the sense organs. Okay, this is pure Taittiriya Upanishad. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha. Aprapya manasa saha. It cannot be caught with the mind or with the words. That means with the words you cannot explain or express it. Okay, and which cannot be perceived by the sense organs. Why it cannot be perceived by the sense organs? Because it is behind, right? You remember when in our Saturday discussions we discussed, Swami Chinmayananda explained this. See, somebody was having a torch, right? He was having a torch, and with the torch he was seeing everything. Okay, now he wanted to see the battery inside. So what he did, he opened and took out the battery and then put it in the front and then pressed the button. There was no light coming. Again he put it inside and then screwed it, and then pushed the button. Light was coming. So again he did it very fast. This time very fast, he removed and then put. Again he pressed. After 3-4 times he realized that the light that is coming in the front was because of the battery that is inside, right? So in his ignorance he was trying to see the battery with the help of the light, but when he presses the button nothing is coming out because he failed to realize that the battery behind which was giving the light, right? The same way, one who tries to perceive this Bhagavan or this Atma Vastu using the sense organs, it is like this. How is it possible to see Bhagavan with the 5 sense organs? It is not possible because this is the eyes of the eyes. This is the eye of the eyes. This is the, it is a Upanishad. I forgot the verse. It is the eye. Chakshusha something. I forgot. Sorry. So it is the eye of the all the eyes. It is the ear of all ears, right? So it is behind all these sense organs. It is behind this, without which the perceiving is not possible, right? So that is why aprameyasya cannot be perceived by the sense organs, and also it cannot measure it. You can't measure using matras, sparsastu, kaunteya. You cannot measure it. You can't measure. So, who sharirinaha? Sharirinaha means this Atma. This Atma, this Atma's 3 bodies. So, this Atma in the ignorance, okay, the mind thinks, or the jiva thinks that I am this body, right? I am these 3 bodies, and he is into samsara. He gets attached with the items or the objects of this world. This is mine, this is me, etc. The first, this is me, this is me, this is this 3 bodies. I am this body. With this notion, everything else get attached to him. Whereas when the jiva knows that I am this Atma Vastu, the jiva bhavam disappears. There is no jiva bhavam. We will explain this little more in the next or before after the 20th verse. Okay, what is this consciousness? What is reflected consciousness? And what is this total? The concept of what is this jiva, etc. Vasamsi jirnani. Before that, we will explain. We will see if it is coming today. We will explain that. So antavanta ime dehaha. So this dehaha, it has got an end. This will be ended because all these 3 are a notion only. It is not real. It is unreal, right? So the objects of the world and these 3 bodies, everything else, everything is unreal. It does not have a permanent existence. Antavanta ime deha nityasya anashinaha aprameyasya sharirinaha ime dehaha. So this sharirinaha is the jivatma. Jivatma is also, see, Jivatma is this reflected consciousness. Okay, the reflected consciousness is, it is like, suppose you stand in front of a mirror. Okay, there is a reflection in the mirror, and the reflection is no different from than you. When you stand in front of a mirror, the reflection is no different. And what is the cause of this reflection is you. You are the reason. If you are not there, there will be no reflection, first thing. And where it is getting reflected, the reflection is in the mind. Okay, so is the mind is like a mirror. The mind is like a mirror, and in the mind, the reflection that you see is called reflected consciousness. The reflected consciousness is always pure. Okay, but if the mirror is dusty, or if the mirror is dusty, you look through the mirror, you will find the reflected conscious, or the not the reflected consciousness, the image, yeah, reflected conscious appears to be blurred. But even the reflected consciousness is pure. You remove little bit, with the one finger, you little bit remove the dust, and then you look through the eye, you can see the reflected consciousness as pure as the original, right? So the dust on the mirror is the impurity of our mind. The impurity of our mind is attachment and aversion, raga and dvesha. I like this, I don't like this, right? Whereas the whatever you perceive, it just be aware. Just awareness is not going to bind you. But when you see something, immediately you come to a conclusion that this is good or that is bad, like that. So this goodness and badness, which is in our ignorance, which is the ignorance, causes raga and dvesha to develop. Okay, okay, we'll continue, otherwise we will get stuck here only. Antavanta ime dehaha nityasyokta sharirinaha. So this dehaha, all these three bodies will get destroyed. Okay, gross body destroyed in the sense, again, it will this gross body, this gross body, at the end of 70 years, 80 years, it gets deteriorated, and then it goes back into the five big elements. But in a general sense, you can say it gets destroyed. But in a little more thought will reveal to us that this is only going back, it is only changing form, right? We say, suppose you take any fruit or any vegetable or something, uh, when it gets deteriorated, we say it is rotten, and then we throw it. But think carefully, we are not using it. During the time it is getting decayed, something else is eating. It is becoming food for the ants, or it is food for some other worms, etc., right? Somehow or other, it is becoming a food for something else. But since it is not useful to this body, we say it's a waste, and then we think it is a waste, right? It is rotten, etc., we use these words. But truly speaking, in a broader sense, it's not a waste at all. It is being eaten by something else, and that will be eaten by something else, like that. Jivo jivasya jivanam, like that. This body also, our body also, it becomes food for something else. Okay, whether you burn it, whether you throw it, like that. So this is, but in a general sense, we say this body gets destroyed, that is why. And what about the sukshma shariram? Sukshma shariram is nothing but mind. How can you put an end to this? See, this sukshma shariram, or the subtle body, is the one which carries all the tendencies, all the desires, unfulfilled desires, etc. For the fulfillment, it creates another body, not that it is entering another body, that some body is ready and then it is entering there. No, this creates. This creates a body. So as per the desire, the body will be created. By whom? By this process. This is the process. This process, changing from one to another, one body changing from one nama rupa changing to another nama rupa, is because of a desire of a mind. Okay, so this has an end. How? Don't have any desire, have fulfillment all the time, stay calm. Nothing I have to accomplish. Okay, nothing I have to accomplish in the sense, uh, very strong desire. That is, when you have a strong desire, we are developing karma vasana, right? See, the general concept, I'll tell you, general wrong notion is that karma is going to give moksha. It is not the karma that is giving moksha. It is the jnanam that is going to give moksha. But karma is important. Why? There is no way, you can't do anything. It is impossible for a body to stay calm. The body will do its job. The body will change its form. The karma vasana is there in each jivas. According to the karma vasana, it will work. Only thing is, this jiva thinks I am doing it, causes a karma vasana to develop. But that we will discuss slowly, very slowly, in our coming classes, right? So here, as far as this verse is concerned, that is how this gets, there is an end to this. Okay, and the causal body is this vasana. Causal body is nothing but these tendencies, these instincts that we have. Okay, so this is or the seed, which is the cause for the next body. Okay, that way you can think of causal body, ajnanam or avidya, etc. Okay, so these three bodies have an end, whereas atma is nityam, nityasya anashinaha. Okay, so that is the clear meaning of 18th verse. Now the 19th and 20th verse are from Kathopanishad. They are from Kathopanishad with a small difference. I will chant the Kathopanishad first, Kathopanishad verse, and then we will chant the Bhagavad Gita verse. The 19th verse, Kathopanishad says, Hanta chen manyate hantum, hataschen manyate hatam, ubhau tau na vijanito, nayam hanti na hanyate. This is the Katha Upanishad verse. Okay. Now, it is same. The meaning is same in Bhagavad Gita also. Ya enam vetti hantaram यश्चैनं मन्यते हतम् उभौ तौ न विजानीतो नायं हन्ति न हन्यते. य एनं वेत्ति हन्तारं यश्चैनं मन्यते हतम्. This verse is slightly changed, whereas the second one, उभौ तौ न विजानीतो नायं हन्ति न हन्यते, the verse is same, the uttarardham is same. So yaha, we'll just see the meaning. Meaning is same in both the Kathopanishad verse as well as this. Ya enam vetti hantaram. Yaha enam. Enam means this Atma who thinks that hantaram veti, who thinks that I am killing this Atma. Okay, one who thinks I am killing this Atma, or hatam manyate, or one who thinks that hatam means getting killed. Okay, getting killed. Hatam manyate, tau ubhau. These two kinds of people, na vijanitaha, they don't realize, they don't understand that I am na hanti, na hanyate. They don't realize that this Atma cannot be killed or Atma cannot kill. Na hanyate, right? The Atma cannot kill something else, and the Atma also cannot get killed by something else. One who does not realize this, na hantaram, na nayam hanti, na hanyate. So it is whatever we have explained. There is nothing different in the 18th verse. It is same. Then we will go to the 19th verse is same. 20th verse. 20th verse also is a Kathopanishad mantra. न जायते म्रियते वा विपश्चित. This is the words from Kathopanishad. Okay. नायं कुतश्चिन्न बभूव कश्चित् अजो नित्य शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. This is the Kathopanishad verse. So it is little small difference only in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita 20th verse is न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचित् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. It's a beautiful verse. So here, first we should know what is this Jada Vastu. What is this Jadam, or what is the names and forms that we see? See, this body it undergoes 6 changes, and all these 6 changes are like this: asti, jayate, vardhate, viparinamate, apakshiyate. Then what is viparinamate? What is the 6th one? Nashyati, vinashyati. Okay, these are the 6th. Asti, asti means it forms. In a mother's womb, it forms. That is asti. Then it gives birth. Jayate. Then vardhate. It starts growing. Viparinamate. It changes its shape. Then apakshiyate. It starts deteriorating and it gets destroyed. 6th. So these are the 6 changes that is happening to the Jadavastu. See, by various in this verse, by saying na jayate mriyate va kadachit, this Atma is just the opposite to this. Okay, see, the six are there, right? Asti, jayate, vardhate, viparinamate, apakshiyate, and vinashyati. Okay, these are the 6. All 6 in this verse, Bhagavan has told the Atma is not all this. Na jayate. The Atma is never born. Okay, never born, because Atma is always there, whereas the Jada Vastu, the body is born. Okay, na jayate. Then bhutva bhavita va na bhuyaha. Bhutva bhuyaha na bhavita va means it is not that after it came into existence, okay, it came and then it became existent. Okay, it is not that it came, say, like a flower, right, from a bud, it became a flower, and then the flower started, the flower became existent. Before the flower came, there was no flower. It was a bud, something like that. Okay, it is not like that. Bhutva bhavita va na bhuyaha, because it is always asti, existing. It always exists. Existence. Okay, existence is the nature of Atma. Then ajaha, I am ajaha. Again, it is not born. It is not born. So here the vardhate etc. is negated. No vardhate. Nityaha shashvataha. Okay. Nityaha shashvataha. There is no parinamam. It is not that changing. It is the changing form. Whereas this body, it changes its form all the time. It is growing also. It is growing, and or either it is growing or it deteriorating, right? Anything, either it increases in size and then after a certain age becomes small, 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 small. Is it not? We can see the same thing in our lives also, right? Becomes huge and then slowly slowly deteriorating, and then before the end comes, the person becomes small. So that is, it is changing, it is changing. So vardhate, viparinamate, and then get deteriorated and gets destroyed. Whereas na jayate mriyate, there is no death. Then what is that? Who has got the death? The death is for the body. Okay, the body dies. That means in general terms we say body dies. Is it not? Actually body changes. So there is no such thing called death for Atma. And one who identifies as Atma never dies. So he transcends death. That's all. It's a clear understanding in our intellect that I am Atma. My true nature is Atma. My true nature is not the body, right? But by doing any karma you do, how can this get into the head? Unless and until this has to be understood in the intellect, I am not this body, I am Atma. This, how can this be introduced into the intellect? By any karma you do. You do yagam, you yajna, or you do marathons, or you do whatever you want. You build a new hospitals, and anything you do. You go to moon or you go to any other planets. All these are karma. This karma cannot get you the jnanam that I am Atma. My true nature is Atma. I am not this body. I am neither the sthulam body. I am not the gross body. I am not the subtle body. I am not the causal body. I am neither. All these three bodies are coming to an end. My true nature is Atma. How do you know? Sit and close your eyes and see what is it. Am I able to see my mind? Am I able to see a changing mind? Am I not able to know my existence without all the five sense organs? I know myself. I can know my me. The one that says I am all the time in us, right? Even if there is no I, if there is no, all the five sense organs can go, still I am there. Is it not? Think about the people who are blind, who are deaf, who cannot talk, who doesn't have a taste. All this you think as various conditions you imagine. Still, you know you are there. It expresses all the time. That is Atma. That does not have this. न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचित् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः. It is not that it formed like see, suppose you have got a piece of something, okay, It is not that it changed its shape and then became like you have atta, right, mixed ready, and you make a chapati. So the dough did not become, it became chapati now. Is it become something like that? No. It is not that it came, chapati came into existence, chapati will die. So, like that, the same way, it is not that something is formed out of something, it is always there, it doesn't change. Now, nayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuyaha ajo nitya shashvatoyam. Shashvatoyam means ever existent, eternally present. Eternally present means still there is some time. Infinity, you can't say infinity means there is something. There is no, nothing as such. That is why it is called Advaitam. No second. Otherwise, could have said one. If you say one, see, if you say one, there is a problem. When you say one, that means there is two. That is why you are saying one. Okay? So, Advaitam means there is no second. That is why Ekam. See, suppose one another example is, suppose there is only one color in this universe, say blue color. Imagine there is only blue color. Do you have, just imagine, can you give that color a name as blue? Impossible. Only when there is another color, we name this as blue. If there is only one color, take any color you think of, imagine. Will you ever give that color a name? We give a name to that only if there is a another color, then we have to distinguish between this, then you can name this as something and that as something. Otherwise, it is just one. It is like that. There is only one. That is what is Srimad Bhagavatam, Chatusloki Bhagavatam. If you read, it's a Chatusloki Bhagavatam gives a clear Chatusloki Bhagavatam. If we understand, there is no need to read the whole Bhagavatam at all. All Vedanta is there in that. So there was always only one and only one, which appears as so many, and these jivas, it reflects as so many jivatmas, and this jiva identifies itself as this body and mind and struggles and suffers, whereas the true nature is Atma. So, how to do? You have to understand this. That is why karma cannot give jnanam. Then, why do we do karma? To get rid of our raga dvesham. There are certain likes and dislikes in us. That likes and dislikes have been generated because of doing karma. Now, people want to do more karma. That will produce more and more. So know this and do the karma as Ishvara Puja. I don't want anything. I don't want anything for my happiness because I am happiness. My true nature is Anandam. I don't need anything to be happy. I don't need this body. I don't need this mind. I don't need this anything connected with this body mind complex because my true nature is Anandam. Sat Chit Anandam. Satchit Anandam is my Swarupam. In my Swarupam, I am pure Ananda. I don't need anything. It is my ignorance that I am thinking that I am this body. But this I don't understand now. Okay, then you do this karma as a yajnam. And this is an offering to God. And who is this God? Now whatever we have discussed. Na jayate mriyadeva kadachid nayam bhutva bhavitava na bhuyaha. This battery behind the torch is me. It is the same. I am the one in all the prapancha vastus, all the elements of this world is being powered because of me. I am the true nature of the whole universe. Understand this. When you understand this, whatever karma you do towards anything in this universe, all the karma that you do towards your fellow beings, your family members, the dogs or the animals, the plants, the pujas or yajnas that you do, yagam, anything that you do, the worship of sun, the worship of moon, the worship of all the devatas around you, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Subramanya or Devi, Kali, any of this, any karma that you do this. I don't want anything for the benefit of the people around you, for the as a service. But actually, when you do this karma as a yajnam for the benefit of others, the raga and dvesha, the attachment and aversion slowly drops of its own. You don't have to push it. We don't have to push this raga dvesham. Raga dvesham drops on its own. It drops off. Only you know this. Worship God. That's all. You don't have to do anything. Bhakti. This is the bhakti. This is the bhakti. Sarvatma bhavam. Seeing Atma in everything around you. Because the prapancham that you see, the prapancham or the names and forms that you see, the world that we see, the galaxies that we see, the people, the table, the mic, anything that you see, the dress that you see, the specs, the computer, whatever you see, it is an expression of God itself. It's an expression of Bhagavan. That Bhagavan, you understand it. We all try to see Brahman in the names and forms, because consciousness is what is expressing itself as everything. This body mind complex that I am talking is because that true, that is the truth in me. It is that expresses itself, right? So with this knowledge, you do your karma to get rid of the karma vasana, to get rid of the tendencies, to get rid of the urge to do karma. When we do this again and again and again, slowly the raga dvesha gets removed, the atma vastu is revealed in us. The body continues its job. The body continues to do karma till the time the body is capable of. If the body is doing a service in a hospital, it continues. If the body is in war, continues its war. Like Arjuna, he's in a war. He continues to fight. But he doesn't take doership. The doership drops on its own. So this is what is karma yoga. Not that karma yoga is to do more karma. न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचित् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. हन्यमाने शरीरे. Hanyamane sharire means this body gets destroyed. Okay. When this body gets sharire, hanyamane sharire, atma na hanyate. So when the body gets destroyed, when the body is burnt or when the body is getting destroyed or rotten, atma is not touched. Whether we know it, whether we don't know it, doesn't matter. The truth is always the truth. Whether we know it about it, whether we don't know about it, doesn't matter. Atma has got no problem with that. Atma does not insist that you know me. Atma never insists you know me. Whether you know, whether you don't know, I am Atma. Atma is ever, that is there. If the ignorance in you, if there is an ignorance in each one of us, that is samsara. That is what is samsara. The ignorance has to go. That ignorance to Atma has got no problem. Suppose somebody says, I don't believe in Atma. It doesn't matter. Atma says, thank you. Atma has got no problem. Later it will come. Ascharyavat paschari kaschidenam. We'll discuss that. So, whether somebody says Atma is there, Atma is not there, Bhagavan is there, Bhagavan is not there, Bhagavan has got no issue. Bhagavan doesn't say, hey, come. He doesn't campaign. So, Ajo nityaha shashvatoyam pura. One who realizes this, one who realizes that I am Atma, he is free. Actually, he is ever free. He is actually free. Only the ignorance make him bound. Nobody is, see, we are all actually muktas. We are all liberated souls. We are all liberated actually. But that ignorance makes us feel the wrong one. Right? As Swami Vivekananda was giving a lecture, and one lady stood up and then said, Swami, are you hypnotizing us? Then Swami Vivekananda said, my child, you are already hypnotized. I am dehypnotizing you. So like that, we are all in ignorance. We are already hypnotized. And Bhagavad Gita is dehypnotizing us, making us know our true nature. Tattvamasi, you are that. Aham Brahmasmi. Prajnanam Brahma. I am Atma Brahma. The one that you see as many is I am Atma Brahma. This Atma is Brahman. Okay? Ajo nitya shashvatoyam purano na hanyate hanyamane sharire. So even when all the names and forms disappears, everything disappears from here. Atma will be there. When there is pralayam, when there is new srishti, sthiti, samharam, let all this drama happen in this nama rupa. Let it happen. It goes on. Srishti is happening every second. Pralayam is happening every second. Every night we go to pralayam. It's a small pralayam, the kutti pralayam. It's a chota pralayam that is happening every night. And every srishti is happening every morning. And it stays for some time during daytime. And again, it is a clear example. And a big one is the whole universe becomes a seed, and again it forms, etc. Right? So even when the nama rupa, all the jadam is vanished from here, Bhagavan is always there. Atma is always there. Okay? And these names and forms are not true, are not real at all. There are no two things. One, the Jada Vastu, and one, Bodham or consciousness. Okay, this is very important. Now, after so much discussion, it can enter into our minds that, oh, okay, in that case, are there two things? One consciousness and one this names and forms? No. When you have a necklace in your hand, are there two things? One necklace and one gold? Think about it. There are no two things. The gold is appearing as necklace. Never forget this example. The gold, where is the gold? The necklace that you see is gold. The prabanjam that you perceive, the universe that we see around, is Bhagavan. Is Bhagavan's shariram, Bhagavan's body. That is Vishwarupam. This universe that appears in front of you, which you perceive through your five sense organs, is the same consciousness that you are unable to perceive with your sense organs. Are you getting it? The world that appears in front of you with your five sense organs is the same consciousness which we are unable to perceive with our five sense organs. So there are no two things. No gold and ornament different. The gold is appearing as ornaments, and let there be thousands and thousands and thousands of ornaments. That which is there in all the ornaments is gold. If you remove the gold from all the ornaments, will there be necklace and bangles, etc.? No. But you remove the names and forms, there will be gold. You change the shape from a necklace to a bangle, or bangle to something else, or you make a bundle. Whatever you do with that, it will there the gold will be present. So like that, all the ornament that you see, all that you see around is the same consciousness which appears as many. Let there be change in the body, let the body get destroyed or change its shape to one to another or anything, whatever, as per the Prakriti Gunas, the consciousness is same, and you are that, and I am that. 21st verse. Veda vinashinam nityam ya enamajamavyayam katham sa purushah partha kam ghatayati hantikam. Hey Partha, hey Arjuna, yaha avinashinam nityam ajam avyayam enam. Okay, enam means this atma. Okay, in one who yaha avinashinam. Avinashinam means which cannot be destroyed at all. Nityam, which is ever present, eternally present. Ajam, never born. Which is not born, there cannot be death also, right? Ajam, avyayam, there is no reduction in quantity or quality. Avyayam, it cannot reduce the quantity, it is always full. That is why Purnamadaha is Purnam, it is always full, right? Purnam, avyayam, enam. One who understands this, saha purushaha katham kam ghadayati kam hanti. How can one who realizes himself as Atma, how is it possible to kill, or how he can instigate somebody else to kill? See, why Bhagavan says is this. There could be, Bhagavan Krishna, he says Arjuna, kill. Or in other sense, he says that, okay, you continue the war, you yudhyasva, right? You yudhyasva, fight. So there could be a possibility in our minds that why he is telling, Bhagavan is telling to kill. When Bhagavan is Jagat Guru, he is Brahman, Paramatma, he knows that he is Brahman, and he also knows that everyone is Brahman only. Only Arjuna thinks he is the body, and Arjuna thinks Bhishma, Drona, etc. are bodies. He is unable to see Atma Vastu in himself, or he is not able to see Atma in everyone else. That is why he is thinking, I am killing and they are getting killed, and Bhagavan Krishna is telling me to kill, etc. It is this ignorance. The same way Bhagavan is telling, one who realizes this Atma as Avinashinam, Nityam, Ajam, Avyayam, Veda, one who realizes this way, one who understands this clearly, then Katham kam khatayati and kam hanti. Because there is only one thing here. There is only one thing. Consciousness is the only thing here. There is no other Vastu here. There is only Bhagavan here. God alone is here. It is in the ignorance that we think you are there. There are so many people sitting on the other side of the computer, and I am sitting here talking, etc. It is in ignorance. There is only one thing, that is Bhagavan, that is consciousness, which appears as many. So, this drama that is going on in the Jadavastu is what is happening. And Arjuna thinks, I am killing. And he thinks that Krishna is making me kill, etc. Or they are getting killed. Okay. So Bhagavan says, nobody is killing anyone, nobody is getting killed. This is what earlier he said. If we remember, we go back to that verse before we started. He said this. Bhagavan said this verse in the beginning of this teaching. नत्वेवाहं नातु न जातु नासं न त्वं नेमे जनाधिपाः न चैव न भविष्यामः सर्वे वयतमः परं वयमतः परं. 12th verse in this, just as he started, ashocyananyashojastvam. 11th one, 12th verse is this. Natvevaham jatu nasam natvam neme janadibaham na chaiva na bhavishyamaha sarve vayatamah param. I was, Bhagavan says, I was never not there. That means I was ever there. He is talking Atma Vastu. I am Atma. Aham Brahmasmi. I know I am always there. Not only you also. Na asam tu eva. You also, you are that. Tattvamasi. You are also Atma. You were never not there before. Right? And then not only you and me. What he says, Bhagavan says, Tvam nana asi. Then ime janadipaha na asanna eva. Ime janadipaha. The people that you see around here, or the kings and the people, they were also never not there before. That means they were always there. Bhagavan says it is a pure Atma Tattvam, he said at that time. In the beginning only he gave that bomb. Right? So this is the meaning of that. After we come to 22nd, when we go back, we realize what Bhagavan was trying to tell. Natvevaham jatu nasam natvam neme janadhipaha na chaiva na bhavishyamaha. Na bhavishyamaha. Not that you are going to be not there tomorrow. You will ever be there. Right? Nana bhavishyamaha. That is the meaning of that verse. Okay. So 21st verse is this. Veda vinashinam nityam ya enam ajam avyayam kadham sa purushah partha kam khatayati hantikam. Next verse is a beautiful verse, 22nd, which we will take up in the next class, which is very famous. Everyone knows this, even though they can't chant this verse, they know. Vasamsi jirnani yatha vikhaya navani ghrannati naroparani tadha sharirani vikhaya jirnani anyani samyati navani dehi. We will explain this we will explain during our next discussion next Saturday. And before that, we will explain what is this Jivatma, okay? What is this consciousness? What is reflected consciousness? What are the three bodies? And then how the, in Tamil we call it Akkuvara, Anivara, Pirichu Poduvam. Next class, okay? Okay, right. We will conclude today's discussion. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Harihi Om Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.